Hello Sumate, you're welcome back to my channel. So in this video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful organza top with ruffles in front of it. So if this looks like what you want to know how to make, how we got the ruffles done perfectly, let's get started. So I'm using organza for it. I used 2 yards of organza for it. So I have my pattern. I drafted half scale of my pattern. It's just the half length to the waistline. Why did I draft the pattern? Working with organza can be very stressful. If I want to go ahead and cut directly on it, I might not get it equally cut out. So for the neck width, I use 4.5. For the neck depth for the front, 4 inches. Neck depth for the back, 1.5. I've done the armhole for the front and back. The shoulder slope for the front is 1.5. The shoulder slope for the back is 1 inch. That's why we have 2 lines. So this one pattern, I'm going to be using it to cut the front and back. So I will first of all trim out the pattern for the back out, the neckline, the shoulder slope, the armhole for the back is the first thing I'll trim because we'll be cutting the back first. So I'll go ahead and spread my fabric and go ahead and cut the back of it first. Then after cutting the back, we can now go ahead and cut the front. So you can see me here that I was struggling. I have to hold it down with my candle because the fabric wasn't actually staying. It was difficult to stay in one place. So which is why I actually just drafted the half scale of the pattern from the beginning. So you can see me placing the paper on the fabric, right? So what I will do, the measurement ended on my waistline. So I will just measure the full length that I want for the top. I don't want it to be a very long top, okay? I don't want it to be very long, so I'm going to be using 22 inches in total for the full length of the top. You can see me measuring it. You can make yours longer and you can also make it shorter, crop top, anyhow you want it. But you see that the lady tuck in from the two nails. So if you want to be able to tuck it in, you should make it longer, okay? So I went ahead to take my hip measurement and connect it from the waistline. So this is what we have. Now I have to trim the paper again for me to be able to cut the front pattern. So this is the neckline of the front. Don't forget the depth neckline for the front is 4 inches I use. There will be no zipper, so you have to open it enough so it can enter you when you're wearing it, okay? So I've trimmed out the armhole line. Went ahead to cut the fabric off camera, the front pattern. So I will just spread the front pattern because that's what we are working on now. Then I will measure from the shoulder line downwards to determine where I want the ruffles to stop, okay? So I used about 10 inches. I marked 10 inches. Then from that 10 inches now, you see the mid part of the fabric, the gator is there. So I just marked a straight line that will serve as a guide for me to make the circle where the ruffles will be on. When you're making a flounce, it's something like that I'm making. So I wanted to start from this point, but I felt like it's too high, so I went down a bit. Can you see what I'm doing? Then I just made the ruffles like so, like I just created the circle from that part. So what you will do, you will make sure that this circle you are creating, it does not exceed the 10 inches I came down with from the shoulder line, so that it doesn't touch your face, it doesn't cover your face. Do you get? So you can see me making it round. You can make it as much as you want, but if it's too much, I don't think it's going to be fine anyway. So you can see me I'm just using free hands to curve it all round. Okay, so when you're done, you just blend it to the edge like so. You can see how I blended it to meet with the other circle. So now from the shoulder to that point where the circle started from is about 10 inches, okay? So that's just it, about 10 inches from the shoulder, so it means it is starting somewhere from my waistline, okay? So now this is the fabric we will be pleating on it. Take note of this. The fabric is about 10 inches for the width. I'm going to fold it into two and I will sew it together. Okay, I'll fold it into two and I'll just sew a straight line and come back. Please, If you make your fabric wider than this, it's not going to come out well. I did it. I use a wider fabric. It didn't give me the fold. It didn't come out exactly the way it is now because of I was working with a thumbnail. So you go ahead and close the edges. After turning it, flipping it to the right side, go ahead and turn the edges, the both edges, and iron it properly. So like I was saying, don't make your fabric longer and wider than this. It won't give you this effect, okay? I tried it in this video, but I have to lose it and start all over again, okay? So let me just say that. So let's go to the sewing machine and pleat, because we'll be pleating it on it, okay? So you see the line where I ended it. You see this point? That's where I blended it to the other side. That's where we'll be starting from. Don't make the mistake of starting from the beginning. It will be very, very difficult for you, okay? So just start from where the line is ending. Don't start from the middle, the beginning, okay? It will be very difficult for you. So you just place your fabric on it this way, then you sew a little straight line, then you pleat. You sew straight small and pleat. So that's what I will be repeating in this part of the video. As I'm sewing and pleating, you can see that I have already pleated that part. Then I will run a little straight line. Can you see? And I will go ahead and pleat. You can see how I'm doing it. So this is how I will continue pleating and sewing it round until I've exhausted the circle I made for the ruffle. Please, the width of this ruffle I'm making is 9 inches. It's 10 inches. After folding it, it now became 5 inches. If you make yours bigger than this, believe me, it's not going to come out well. Maybe I should have even added the other clip so that you will see what it looks like when the ruffle part is too big. I did it. It didn't come out well, okay? So please don't make the mistake. So you can see how I'm pleating it. As I'm sewing it, I'm flipping it, I'm turning it round, okay? I'm just turning it round and I'm pleating it, turning it round and I'm pleating it. I will continue doing this until I've exhausted the circle, okay? So please, if you find any of my videos helpful, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. To all my returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. I really just feel like kneeling down to tell you people thank you right now, but you people will not see me. I'm really grateful because without you, I won't be here. There won't be Come Fashion on YouTube without you. I appreciate your support. If you're new to my channel, I want to say a very big welcome to you, and I need you as much as I need my returning subscribers. If you find my video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to show me love. And again, I like reviews, whether positive or negative. Just share your thoughts with me in the comment section about any of my video. That's how I grow. That's how I serve you people better. So whether positive or negative, I learn from it. So just drop me a comment in the comment section. Thank you very much for sticking with me. So you can see how I'm doing it. I'm turning it as the circle is almost ending. I'm turning it and I'm pleating. I'm turning it and I'm pleating. You just continue like that. Then when you're done exhausting the fabric, you tighten it. By the time you tighten it, you're done with the ruffles. You can see how beautiful it turned out. Now you still have work to do, because if you just go ahead and join the shoulders and join the side like that, then you go out there to weave it, my dear, you're not going to be able to wear this thing. You will not be able to wear it, okay? Now if you check my channel, I made one organza top recently. Oh my god, it is very itchy. So because of that, I did a thing with this one. But before then, this is the back pattern. I'm slitting the back open down by 6 inches. Fold it into to make sure that it's equal. Then you slit it. I'm slitting this one down by 6 inches. You know it's not carrying a zipper. It will be carrying a button. Okay? So I will slit it down by 6 inches. After slitting it down, I'm going to pipe it with a straight fabric, okay? So you can see what I've done. Like I was saying earlier, this fabric is very difficult to work with. So after slitting it, this is what we have. Okay, so I will pipe it with a straight fabric. I have the organza I want to use to pipe it. I have already gone ahead to cut like how many straps of organza like this that I will use to pipe and do neat finishing. So I'll go ahead and sew it straight round. After sewing it straight round, this is what we have. I will go ahead and notch it. You see the lower part, I will notch it. If not, it will be difficult for me to turn it with the bias we are using to pipe it. So after notching it, you can see how it is, right? So I'll go ahead and fold it into two and pipe it neatly. Then at the edge, I went ahead to press it down. Then when you spread it to the other side, this is what it looks like. By the time I finished ironing it was okay. So this is what we have at the end of the day. So this is the front pattern, and this is what I want you people to take note of. This is the shoulder, right? So I'm not just going to join the shoulders like that. So I'm piping the shoulders again. This is an organza fabric, so I'll go ahead and run a straight stitch with the extra bias organza that I have. Then I will fold it the same way we pipe the back. Now we're piping this place too, so you run it, but when you're turning it now, you have to spread it so that you don't sew the back and front together. Fold it into two like so. Go to your machine and press it down. Why? Because if you did not cover the joining on that shoulders, it will itch you. You will not be able to wear it. I'm speaking from experience. So if you're working with organza, look for a way to make a very neat and comfortable finishing. Okay, so that you'll be able to enjoy whatsoever you're making with yourself with this fabric. It's very itchy. So now I've done both sides. I've gone ahead to pipe the shoulder line for the both side. Now the next part we are going to be piping now is the neckline. Okay, you can see the neckline. We have to pipe the neckline. So I'll go ahead and first of all, I'm folding the edge. Okay, fold the edge from the center back, sew it round. After sewing it round, this is what we have. Fold it again into two and go ahead and sew it round again. So after piping it, this is what we have. You can see how neatly it's done. It is coming out, right? So the next thing you have to do, the same way we've piped the neckline and the shoulders, we're going to pipe the armhole line. Please do, if you want to enjoy it, pipe it. Okay, so after piping it, this is what we have. Now the piping, we are not done with the piping, okay, because we have to be comfortable wearing this thing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and join with the 1.5 seam allowance I added from the beginning. So after that, I've gone ahead to join the both side. This is what we have. You will go ahead and fold it again into two. Can you see what I'm doing? So we are covering it like we are piping the side again. That's why I use a whole 1.5 for the side. So after piping the side, we'll go ahead and also fold the hem. So this is what we have. I've gone ahead to pipe every part of it, and I have this long strap that I will use for the buttonhole. So what I will do, I will just push it in the opening you know, the piping we did, there is going to be an opening on the center back. So I'll go ahead and sew it down, and that's all. This is the final outcome of the top. You can see how nice and beautiful it is on my body. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment and share. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.